I was just telling the team that who would have ever thought that with 1 weekend left to go in the season that we still had an opportunity to win the Big 12. When we started this journey back in, August when school started. And the first thing we did after we met as a team, the first time I met these guys, the first thing we did was went on a 12-mile hike in honor of the Big 12 Conference. And I told those guys the reason we did that is because we thought getting into this league we were facing something that was pretty insurmountable. But from the way they've played the entire season and how hard they've grinded it out, they've climbed almost to the top of the mountain. And we got an opportunity now with 3 games to go to get to the top. So these next 10 days for Mountaineer baseball is going to be pretty important. And I couldn't be prouder of where we are right now.
What did you see from your pitching today that just obviously means struggled and the relievers just couldn't get out?
Well, it goes back to pitching 101. We threw a lot of balls that were belt high, and it seemed like every time they swung a bat, they either hit a double or a homer. And that's why you teach pitchers to pitch on the knees, because pitching on the belt, it's a lot easier to hit balls that are belt high than knee high. And Means was a little bit up in the zone today, and the wind was blowing out, and balls were carrying. So they abused our pitching pretty good today.
Any reason to believe that you won't bounce back? I mean, every time this has happened to you, it happened to you at Baylor, and you bounced right back in one consecutive series. So what's the key to getting them to do that again?
Well, it's just the character of this team. Every time I've challenged them to do something, they've responded. So we got a huge challenge coming up. Our travel schedule over the next 3 days is going to be as bad as it's been the entire season, but we're going to flip that into a positive because we started this season with unbelievable travel schedule, and we're going to finish it that way. So I've got no doubts that these guys will come out on Tuesday playing hard with a lot of energy and go into next weekend the same way.
You go from Beckley right to Oklahoma State and then stay for the Big 12 tournament.
Correct. Yeah. We've got a night game in Beckley on Tuesday and a 7 a.m. flight out of Pittsburgh on Wednesday, so that presents some problems, travel problems. But like I said, this team's used to stuff like that. We've prepared them for adversity, and we're getting ready to face a little bit more of it.
Coach, can you talk about their freshman reliever? He did a pretty good job on your hitters today.
Yeah, he's you can project about 4 or 5 of their pitchers to pitch in the big leagues, and he's definitely one of them. They've just got an unbelievable pitching staff. We knew that coming in, that they had maybe the best pitching staff in the nation, not only the Big 12. So we know we were in store for, but we had some good at-bats against those guys. 2 of their starters didn't go beyond today's guy didn't get out of the first, and yesterday's guy didn't get out of the third. So I thought we came prepared, like we always do.
One thing you said about them is they always hit better late in the year than they do early in the year, and it looks like they kind of woke up offensively this weekend.
Told you.
Yeah,
yeah, it's just something about their team, that the second half of the season when the weather gets warm and start getting into championship play, then they start swinging the bat. And that's what – they've been to, I think, 12 straight regionals now, and that's what championship teams do, and teams that have experience in that atmosphere. When it starts getting serious at the end of the year and you start talking about postseason, that's when good teams are supposed to get better, and that's what they're doing.